Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Daria if you're new here, and today's yoga practice is called Take a New View. We'll be flowing toward the splits variation of Pincha Mayurasana, and all that you'll need for this class is yourself and someplace to move. Whenever you're ready, let's get started in child's pose. So from the back of your mat, bring your toes to touch, allow your knees to widen, and then walk your fingertips forward until you can bring your head down between your arms. Try to relax your forehead fully into the earth so that the back of your neck and the back of your head can begin to soften. Let the palms of your hands and all 10 of your fingers melt down to the space beneath you. Begin just by noticing. Notice what your breath feels like in your body today. Begin to notice any physical sensations that are coming up right away. And start to deepen and direct your breath to what you're feeling. Let's all take a big full inhalation through the nose. And a clearing sigh out of your mouth just to drop whatever's happened in your day so far. Let the breath anchor you into the present moment. Breathe in through your nose. Sigh through your mouth. And begin to press into your fingertips, activate your arms, and then slowly make your way up to hands and knees, all fours, tabletop. Find some organic movement here. So I am making figure eights with my hips here. You're welcome to try that or take anything that feels good for you. Truly, there are no boundaries, there are no rules. You don't even have to stay on all fours if you'd rather play with something else. Begin to breathe through your spine, massage your wrists, open up the palms of your hands. On your next inhale, reach your right fingertips high to the sky, opening up for a twist, and then take a few wrist circles in each direction. Breathe in one more time, lengthen up higher. As you exhale, thread the needle. Right arm slides down to the mat, right shoulder and right cheek land. Keep your left palm anchored to deepen the twist in your thoracic spine and make sure your head is relaxed. Stay or begin to glide your left toes toward the back of your mat and then float your leg up and away from the earth. Stabilize by drawing your belly button to your spine and continue to press into all four corners of your left palm. Make sure you're breathing. Slowly begin to lower your left leg back down to the mat. As your knee lands, root your left palm and then inhale, right fingertips reach up, counter twist. Exhale, right palm back to the mat. Inhale, left fingertips to the sky, a couple of easy circles through your wrist in both directions. And then take one more sip of air to lengthen up higher. On your exhale, thread the needle, slide your left shoulder and cheek down to the mat. Keep your hips floating above your knees. Right palm is anchored beneath your shoulder. Stay, twist deeper. Maybe begin to glide your right toes back behind you. You can stay here as well or float your leg away from the earth. Try to keep the hips square by spinning all 5 of your right toenails down to face toward the mat. Keep your right hip bone down toward the earth. Activate your glute, lift your toes an inch higher, and then gently begin to release the right leg, right knee back down to the earth. On your next inhale, the left fingertips reach high to the sky, and exhale, find tabletop. Plant your palms, tuck your toes, and slowly glide up and back to downward facing dog. Drive down into the space between your thumbs and your index fingers and take a moment here to allow your body to come into this shape, to settle into the space. You can keep a soft bend in your knees, maybe pedaling the feet, allowing your hands and your feet to act as anchors, dragging you down toward the earth. Take an inhale, lift high to the balls of your feet. As you exhale, bend your knees deeply into your chest. Inhale, lift the tip of your tailbone high to the sky, and exhale, sink your heels toward the mat. Again, like that. Inhale, rise to the balls of your feet. Exhale, the knees bend deeply into your chest. Inhale, with the knees still bent, lift your tailbone, spread your sitting bones, and exhale, the heels are magnetized to the earth. On your next inhale, gaze forward to the top of your mat. And as you exhale, start to travel forward, slowly walking one foot in front of the other to a fold at the top of your mat, and then bow in, chest to thighs. Inhale, halfway lift, iron out your spine, and exhale, bow, forward fold. 2 more spinal waves in, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, ripple through your spine. Exhale, bow down, crown of head melts to your toes. Hug your belly button to your spine, micro bend your knees, and slowly roll up to stand, stacking one vertebra onto the next. Inhale, circle your fingertips out wide. Step your left toes off your mat to the side. Roll to the knife edge of that foot, and then reach for the left wrist with your right hand. Big side body stretch. One more breath in. As you exhale, find your way back through center. Lift your knee to your chest and then step left foot down beside the right. Right foot crosses back, steps off your mat. Roll to the edge of your foot and then grab for the right wrist with your left hand. Arc up and over, expand through your right side body. Come back through center with control. Drive right knee to chest and then softly step down. Inhale, lift your gaze towards your thumbs, little back bend, any amount. Press your pelvis forward, and then exhale, swan dive down, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, plant your palms, step back to a high plank. Here, shoulders are over the wrists, firm your quads. We'll slowly lower the knees down to the mat for 10, for 9, for 8. Squeeze your core, 7, 6, 5, 4. Knees are still floating. 3, 2, and gently release them down. Once they connect, take an inhale, find cow. Open your front body, contract your back body. As you exhale, bend your elbows, sink your chest and your chin to the mat. Stay, pause, breathe for a couple of rounds, like your heart is melting to the earth. Then untuck your toes, ripple forward all the way to Cobra. Press into your palms. Keep your hips heavy. Lift your heart, lift your gaze. And then exhale, tuck your toes, glide your hips back towards your heels. Reach your heart forward, claw through your fingertips, active child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees, rounded spine. And exhale, press back to downward facing dog. Breathe in through your nose. Out through your nose, press down into your hands. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, slowly step to a fold at the top of your mat, feet come together. Inhale, halfway lift, stretch out between all your vertebrae, and exhale, bow in. Inhale, reach out, rise to stand, step your left foot behind your right off of your mat. Roll to the outer edge of your foot, and then create a side body stretch through your left ribs. Grabbing the left wrist with the right fingertips. Come through center. Drive your left knee up towards your chest and then softly step your foot back down. Right foot crosses back behind. Create your side body stretch here. Continue to elongate. Left knee can bend a bit. Inhale. Exhale, root into the left foot to draw your right knee in towards your chest and then softly as possible step down. Inhale, lift up through your spine, little baby back bends. And exhale, use your core to rise back up. Swan dive down with the core connected, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms, step back to a plank. Slowly lower your knees to the mat. Imagine your inner thighs are magnetized for 10, 9, 8, 7. Claw the mat, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep breathing, last 2, and 1. As the knees come down, inhale, lift your heart, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. Exhale, bend your elbows deeply, sink your heart and your chin to the mat. This time stay here, or you can curl your heels in towards your sitting bones, deepening the stretch. Good, release the tops of your feet down and ripple through to Cobra. Open your heart, collarbones broaden. Exhale, tuck your toes, glide hips back toward heels, active child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees round your spine, lift your heart to the sky, and exhale, glide back, downward facing dog. Breathe in through your nose. As you breathe out through your nose, soften the back of your neck. Inhale and gaze forward. Exhale, step to the top, toes come together. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, rise to stand. Grab the left wrist with right fingertips as you step your left foot behind the right. Come to the outer edge of your foot and then create a big, beautiful side body arc. Breathe between all of your ribs. Reach out 1 more inch. And then with control, pull your left knee up towards your heart and softly step back down toward the mat. Right ankle crosses behind the left, roll to the outer edge of your foot, grab the right wrist with left fingertips and stretch your side body. Lift your gaze inside the right elbow. Breathe in. Breathe out, press down, draw knee to chest. And step right foot down. Inhale, lift up, lengthen up, reach your gaze toward the sky and then find a little back bend. As you exhale, rise to stand and slowly swan dive down, forward fold. Uttanasana. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, palms plant, step back, high plank. Last time, lowering down for 10, 9, knees are hovering, 8, 7, for 6, so strong through your core, 5, 4, you got it, 3, 2, and intentionally softly place the knees down as you inhale, arc your heart forward, open your front body, then exhale, bend your elbows, sink your heart and your chin down. Option to draw your heels in towards your sitting bones, maybe interlace your fingers at the base of your spine, heels of the hands pull together, keep a micro bend in your elbows and then stretch your knuckles toward the sky, opening through your chest and your shoulders. Untuck your toes, plant the tops of your feet and your palms and ripple forward to a cobra. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, tuck your toes, glide back to active child's pose. Inhale through hands and knees round your spine. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Big inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. Shake out your head. And on your next inhale, root your left toes as you stretch your right leg to the sky. Then stack your hip, bend right knee, and optionally lower your left forearm down to the mat as well. If you do so, press evenly into both of your palms and stretch your right toes away. Inhale, kick high, lift the left elbow, and exhale, softly step right foot through between your palms. Align your feet for warrior 1, back toes turn out at 45 degrees, and then inhale, rise your torso high, fingertips to the sky. Anchor into your foundation, and then lift out of your torso, fingertips reach even higher. On your next exhale, draw your palms to interlace at the back of your spine, then stretch your heart forward, expanding your front body. On an exhale, bow in, humble warrior. Right shoulder comes inside of right knee. Release the crown of your head down toward the earth. Keep an active press into all 4 corners of both feet. Relax your face. On your next breath in, keep your feet as they are. Rise your torso up into a halfway lift. Stretch your knuckles toward the back of your space. Then lift your back heel and begin to transition more weight forward into your front foot. Then find warrior 3, keeping your hands interlaced behind you. Stretch your heart forward, almost more like an airplane in the heart and the chest. Inhale. Exhale, kick your left heel in towards your sitting bone. Then grab behind your ankle with your fingertips. So interlace your hands again at the back of your ankle. And then like a floor bow, stretch your left shin toward the back of your mat as you reach your heart forward. Let it be like a tug of war between the shin and the heart. Good, gently release. Don't put the left foot down. Lift your leg up towards your heart. Arms go to the sky and then thread into eagle. So left thigh slides over the top of the right and then drop your left elbow beneath your right. Palms meet in front of your gaze. Sinking to your depth, slowly and gradually squeeze your inner thighs. Good. On your next breath in, undo the threading of arms and legs and softly step your left foot down beside the right. Take an inhale, lift your gaze, lift your palms, and exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back, lower to Chaturanga. Untuck your toes and inhale, upward facing dog. Hover your thighs. Exhale, leading from belly button drawing to spine, press up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, sweep your left leg high, stack the hip, bend your knee, and maybe sink the right forearm to the mat. And then stretch your left toes as far to the right as they'll go, keeping a micro bend in the right knee and the left armpit facing down. Good. Inhale, left toes lift, right forearm lifts. Exhale, softly step left foot through to the left thumb. Align your feet, back foot to 45 degrees, and then inhale, rise, warrior one, fingertips float overhead. Create grounding through the foundation of your legs and buoyancy through your torso, your heart, and your fingertips. Breathe in. Exhale, circle your fingertips to the base of your spine. Interlace them there. Heels of the hands draw together. Then knuckles reach down as heart lifts. And exhale, humble warrior. Bow in. Keep your core steady. Front body hugs towards your back body. And then find the sensation where you can feel opening into your chest and your heart, as well as a stretch between your shoulder blades. Relax the back of your neck. On your next inhale, rise to a halfway lift in your spine. Then pivot on your back foot so that you can lift your heel and begin to slowly transition forward so that you can lift your right toes away from the mat. Press into all four corners of the left foot. Knuckles reach toward the back of your space, but the heart is stretching forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Kick your heel in towards your sitting bone, and then bring your fingers to interlace over the front of your ankle. Now here you can begin to lift your torso up higher, stretching your heart forward. Shoulder blades squeeze at the back of your heart. And then press your left shin toward the back of your space, your right shin toward the back of your space. Spread through your toes. And then release, lift your knee toward your chest, arms circle up toward the sky. Inhale. Exhale, eagle, right leg over the left, right arm under the left. Squeeze your inner thighs. Maybe hook your left toes behind your shin, or you can kickstand the foot for more stability. Steady your gaze. One unwavering point to focus your eyes, and then sink your hips down toward the earth. Begin to unwind. With control, step your right foot down beside the left. Take an inhale, circle your fingertips up to the sky. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, iron the spine. Exhale, plant your palms, step or float back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Roll over your toes. Take an inhale through your nose. Exhale, open mouth, sigh it out. Good. Look forward to the space between your thumbs, and keeping your elbows magnetized, we'll slowly lower the forearms down to the mat for 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press back up, back to downward facing dog. 2 more like that. Look forward, lower the forearms slowly down, and then gripping the mat with your fingertips, lift them back up, downward facing dog. 1 more, gaze forward, lower slow, forearms to the mats. And rise back up, staying magnetized all the time. Back to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, right leg reaches high, stack your hip, bend your knee, and maybe drop the left elbow to the earth. Inhale here. Exhale, step forward, right foot to right thumb. Left foot pulls in and turns out to 45 degrees. Inhale, warrior one, fingertips reach for the sky. Exhale, fingertips circle to the base of your spine. Inhale, knuckles and heart reach in opposite directions. Stretch out your front body. And exhale, dive in, humble warrior. Soften the crown of your head toward the earth. Inhale to elongate to a halfway lift. As you do so, lift your back heel and then exhale, launch forward to warrior three with the fingers still interlaced behind you. Stretch your heart forward, toes back, then kick your heel in towards your sitting bone. This time, see if you can keep your fingers interlaced and then just slide your ankle through so that the fingers come to the front of your ankle. And then kick back through left shin as the heart pulls to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, release. Don't put the left foot down though. Pull it up toward your chest, knee to chest, and find eagle. Left leg threads over the right, left elbow under right. Stay with slow and smooth breaths, coating your body with your breath. Eyes unwavering, one point to focus. And begin to unwind and step the left foot down beside the right, palms by your side. Inhale, fingertips circle wide and up overhead, lift gaze to thumbs. Exhale, dive down, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, this time plant your palms, come through Bakasana, crow pose. Knees to the backs of triceps, maybe up into your armpits. Puff up the back of your heart, gaze forward of your fingertips, and then launch it back to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. With the crow transition, feel free to flow any way that feels good to you. Inhale, left leg reaches for the sky, stack your hip, bend your knee, right forearm to the mat. Then square your hips, lift your toes high, lift your right elbow, and softly step forward to a lunge. Align your feet, inhale, rise up, warrior one, press evenly into both feet, lengthen your waistlines to puff your heart higher, and exhale, fingertips interlace at the back of your spine. Inhale, stretch your heart forward. Exhale, dive down, humble warrior. Drop your head at the bottom. Big release here through your spine. Then on your next inhale, find halfway lift in the spine. Lift your back heel and exhale, launch forward. Press from left glute down into your heel, into the earth so that the right leg can lift high. Heart is stretching forward. Inhale. Exhale, kick your heel in. See if without releasing the interlace of your fingers, you can slide the right foot through that space and interlace the fingers to the front of your ankle. Then stretch evenly back through the right shin and forward through your heart. Keep a lift through your very low belly. Lift your pelvic floor all the way up to your sternum. Gently release. Slide your right knee up towards your chest, fingertips to the sky. And exhale, eagle, right leg over, right arm under. Breathe here, 3 rounds. Begin to unwind and land your right foot down beside the left. Inhale, root through your feet, charge your thighs, reach your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, dive down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Bakasana, knees to triceps. Shift your weight forward, claw through your fingertips. Keep your core contracted and pull your heels as close as you can towards your sitting bones. Then step or float back through your chaturanga, your vinyasa. Upward facing dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. In through your nose. Out through your nose. And look forward. Exhale, slowly lower your forearms down to the mat. And then press back up, clawing through your fingertips as you do so. The knees can be micro bent. 2 more like this. Gaze forward. Slowly sink your forearms down to the earth. And strong press all the way back up to downward facing dog. Just one more time. Gaze forward. Exhale. Biceps are spinning forward. Triceps wrap back. And press back up. Downward facing dog. We'll go one more round through this sequence on both sides. As you inhale, root your left toes, swing your right leg up, 3-legged down dog, stack hip, bend knee, left elbow to the mat. And then square your hips, kick high, and exhale, step through. Left toes turn out. Inhale, fingertips float up, warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the base of your spine. Puff your heart forward, breathe in. Breathe out, bow in, humble warrior. In one sweeping inhale, lift your back heel, reach your heart forward, and on an exhale, press into warrior 3, fingertips still interlaced behind you. Kick your heel in, slide the foot through so the fingers interlace over the front of the left ankle. Then press your shin toward the back of your mat. Magnetize your inner thighs, swallow up through your pelvic floor, lift your heart, and then release. Draw your left knee towards your chest, and on an exhale, sink to eagle, left leg over, left arm under. With control, unwind, press into the right foot and step the left foot down. Inhale, reach for the sky, lift your gaze. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms, knees to triceps, crow pose. Float here, and then launch back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, arc your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, reach your left leg high, stack hip, bend knee, right elbow down to the earth. Stretch out in all directions, then kick high, lift your right elbow, hollow your core, step the left foot through to the top, align your feet. Inhale, press down, rise up, warrior 1. Exhale, fingertips to your tailbone. Inhale, curl your heart forward. Exhale, humble warrior, left shoulder, inside left knee, drop your head. Inhale, hinge forward, lift your back heel, and exhale, launch into the left foot, warrior 3, right toes glide back as much as heart stretches forward. Kick your heel in, slide your hands around the front of your ankle, and then begin to kick back. Keep your hips square, inner thighs are hugging the midline, heart is reaching forward. Big breath in, lift your toes. Exhale, release, right knee pulls up towards your heart, and exhale, eagle, right leg over, right arm under, palms meet. Try to lift your fingertips toward the sky as you slide your hips down. Settle into all the space you've created. And then unwind, right foot steps down. Inhale, lift your gaze, reach up. Exhale, dive down, forward folds. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Bakasana. Lift your heels, pull them in towards your sitting bones. Float here, and when you're ready, take a Vinyasa, your version. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. In through your nose. Sigh out of your mouth to let all of that wash through. Good. Then sink your knees down to the mat. We'll shift back to a seat, sitting bones to your heels. Bring the tops of your hands to your thighs so your palms widen toward the sky. Close your eyes and just relax here. Take a few rounds of slow and steady breath. Feel your heart beating. Allow your face to soften. Allow everything to drop. Drop all your expectations here. Blink your eyes open. And now it's playtime. So bring your forearms down to the mat. Align by grabbing opposite elbows with your hands. So the forearms are that distance apart. Then tuck your toes and lift your hips high, finding dolphin. Take a couple of breaths here. The knees can be soft. Press your heart back towards your thighs. Then Begin to gaze forward between your forearms and walk your toes in as close as you can get them. On an inhale, stretch your right toes toward the sky, and then begin to shift your weight forward, coming to the very, very tip of your left toes. And maybe you stay right here, just playing, testing the balance. Maybe keeping your inner thighs magnetized, you can float the left toes away from the earth and find Pincha Mayurasana, the splits variation here. So the right leg will reach forward and the left leg will reach back. Keep pressing your forearms energetically down into the earth to create buoyancy through your shoulder girdle. Make sure that you're breathing. And then when you're done playing, drop both of your feet back down to the mat. Come to your knees, shift back to a seat, and take a pause here, again with the palms facing up toward the sky. You can close your eyes. Big, full breaths. Second side when you're ready, forearms back down to the mat, measure elbows distance, and then lift your hips toward the sky. Begin to walk your toes in. This time the left leg will reach high, and then start to play with shifting the balance forward, coming to the very tip of your right toes. Maybe you catch some air time coming up into some version of a forearm stand, or maybe not today. Maybe you're building the strength to ultimately lift the toes. Play as long as you want, and then when you're ready, come to a child's pose. For this child's pose, keep your knees together and the toes together, and then just drop your torso down, belly to thighs. Breathe deeply through your full spine, letting the breath wash in and out, clearing tension, clearing any stickiness, any holding. If you like, you can bring your palms to touch, keep your elbows down, and then draw the thumb side of your hands to the back of your skull. This might create a nice stretch through your triceps and your shoulders. And then plant your palms. We'll round all the way forward and come down to lie on your belly. Root left palm beneath left shoulder. Extend your right arm out to a T, and then roll to a shoulder stretch, coming to the outer edge, the right edge of your body. The left toes can drop back behind you, or you can stack your feet. Stay here, or play with reaching your top arm on a circle all the way around to the back, and maybe bring your fingers to interlace here. Or it's okay if they don't. Just play, see what happens, explore your space. Allow your legs to soften. Let go of all those muscles, the quads, the hamstrings, the calves, and let that create a ripple effect into your feet and your toes. Release the bind if you have it. Roll back through center, and then switch. Left arm extends, right palm plants down. The right toes can step back behind you, or legs can stack. You can adjust your hips as you need to deepen the sensation. And then maybe reach your right arm on a big circle all the way up and around. Maybe the fingertips interlace, or maybe not today. Relax your jaw, your face, your cheeks, even your eyes. Let go of the roots of your hair. See if you can soften your skull and soften your brain. And then roll back through center. Root your fingertips like little tents to the wide edges of your mat. And as you inhale, rise up to Cobra. Open your heart, shoulder blades draw together. Exhale, softly release your belly, your heart, and your chin back to the mat. 2 more rounds. Inhale washes you up to a Cobra. Exhale, sweetly lower back down. Let this feel really good. No tension in the low back. Inhale to rise. Press into your fingertips. Hips are heavy, feet are wide. Exhale, release all the way back down. Good. From here, roll onto your back, however you want to get there. If you want to just slide one arm through and transition that way, that's great. Once you get to your back, bring your palms down beside you. Lift your toes up toward the sky. You can stay right here or press into your palms. Lift your hips all the way up so that they stack over your shoulders, finding shoulder stand. The hands can come to the low back for more support. Toes reach for the sky. Just breathe. Feel the draining effect of energy running from your toes, down your legs, through your torso, and all the way back into the earth. So you can release anything you're holding in the lower part of your body. And when you're ready, slowly lower down, come through plow if it feels good, if you're coming from the shoulder stand. One vertebra at a time, regrounds to the earth. Then slowly float your toes out to the corners of your mat. Try to go as slow as possible. Imagine that you're moving through water. And finally, release your heels down. Let your toes widen. Shavasana. Palms face skyward. Allow everything to get heavy. Take an inhale through your nose to fill up your full body with bright air. Exhale out of your mouth. As you do so, let the exhale soften every single fiber through your full body. And then drop everything. Relax into a sweet, restorative rest. Begin to bring your awareness back to the moment through the anchor of your breath. Connect to your sensations and begin to wiggle fingers and toes so gently so that the movement is almost imperceptible. You can roll the ankles and the wrists. And then when you're ready, we'll rise up to a seat however you'd like to get there. Maybe coming through fetal pose or just roll up your spine. We'll meet in Sukhasana. So the sitting bones are heavy, the knees are wide. Spin your palms face up on your thighs. We'll take a few rounds of pranayama here. Exhale to let go of all of your air. Then breathe in for 3, for 2, for 1. Take an extra sip of air at the top. Lift your pelvic floor and tuck your chin slightly to your chest. Retain the breath and relax. Exhale, release all the breath out of your body. Inhale for 3, for 2, for 1. Lift your pelvic floor, tuck your chin to your chest, soften your shoulders, relax your face, hold. And exhale, release the breath. One more like this. Inhale for 3, for 2, for 1, lift the pelvic floor, tuck the chin, expand your heart space as you retain the breath, softening into this last retention. And exhale, release all the way out. Draw your palms to meet at your heart center. Lift your heart toward your third eye, and then bow your chin in slightly toward your chest. Namaste. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you're feeling good. You can subscribe to my channel down below before you go, and I'll see you soon in another practice.